Hi, my name's Zane, and my perception of homelessness is that it's a very unfortunate situation that many individuals are going through in their life, and we shouldn't judge them based on the fact that they're homeless, because at the end of the day they're human, and they've just had a lot more unfortunate situations than we all have had, so it's our duty to help them out and to do what we can to uplift them from the unfortunate situations that they faced. And a common misperception is that they're just drug addicts, but the reason why they're so into drugs is because they need a way out, and the way that they feel like they can do so is through drugs. But if we are there to help them and support them, we can be their saving grace rather than drugs. So that's why we're embarking on this journey today, and we hope to influence these individuals who have come to volunteer, as well as the homeless individuals that we interact with.
I'm Janie. So I guess I don't really know what to expect. I think it's a common misconception that a lot of people are homeless because they get involved in drugs and alcohol, and I think that's not always the case. I think a lot of times people think that they're not like hardworking and they don't have the opportunities to get jobs, but I think a lot of times they try. So I'm really interested to see their story and get to know why I guess they're homeless and get to know them better.
Hi, I'm Steve. Well, I don't have too many perceptions because I haven't really been in too many big cities in my life, but I'm hoping with this opportunity I could get a lot of first-hand experience and really learn the gravity of the situation, and I'll be able to understand more about it and what we can do to help.
Hi, I'm Doug. My perception of homeless people and the limited interaction I've had with them in smaller towns has been pretty eye-opening and humbling, so I'm interested to see what it'll be like in Philadelphia with presumably a larger homeless population.
Hi, I'm Trey Cruiser. Today we're going to be interacting with the homeless. Just a few things going into it that I think. I went to high school that was very service-oriented based, so we did a lot of interaction with the homeless, and it's tough to see sometimes that they're really stuck in poverty, just because it's really hard to get over that hump to apply for a job, you need like a residence, everything like that. So really interested to see what kind of people we get to meet, because I've met a lot of good people in the past too, and also people that are really upset too at just how things are. So really optimistic about the whole thing too. So yeah.
My name is Charles Smith, and when I think of homeless people, it saddens my heart rather deeply, because I see so many of us living so well, with so much available to us, and these people living without the basic things in life, the very basic things in life, shelter, food, etc. And it absolutely breaks my heart when I think of them.
Sandwiches, putting a smile on someone's face. I hope you have a lovely quote or something positive to say to them and allow them to know that, you know, there are people that do care and want them to get out of their situation. So just enjoy your time in the city. There's always great things to do in Philadelphia. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Rick, Janie, Megan.
What's that? Kendra. Steve.
I'm Doug. Hirsch. Alex. Zach. I'm James.
Awesome. Great. Let's go get some sales.
Earlier, I got treated bad, but I always had people who told me, you know, you have to do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. So just do the right thing. Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll tell. Speak now?
Yeah, speak now. Yeah, sure.
This is Bruce, your enlightening theologian. Enlightened Americans, come together, enlightened Americans,
Awesome.
erect Americans, stand up America to enlighten America.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So
What
God
you can
bless
to help.
America, God bless America.
Awesome.
It's like if I have any advice to tell somebody and talk to an individual who is homeless like myself, I would tell them, do the best they can do. Live life, but you also have to live life on God's terms. Okay? And once you do that, everything else will come into play. Everything else will come into play. Doors open, doors close. Everyday life, doors open, doors close. You may have one day, you may not have the next day. But you know what? God got your back.
Yeah, exactly.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Only thing the individual has to do is do what they have to do for that day. Live for that day. You can't count on tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because you might not live for tomorrow. And you have individuals like you guys out here, you come through here and give people stuff and this and that. Be thankful. It's gratitude. I've been out here for 15 years. Stood up, got up, I brushed myself off, I went through the program, went through the shelters, and I got my own housing.
Awesome.
It's still a struggle. I'm still struggling. I only been there like 6 months.
Yeah, of course.
So there's a lot of issues I still have to deal with for myself.
You take every day for what it is.
Huh?
Take every day for what it is.
I take every day for what it is. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I thank God allowed me to wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then I go on my journey. See the sun shining, beautiful day. I can't ask for nothing better than that. If I can do it, I know they do. So what I try to do, to the best of my ability, I try to spread that to other homeless people. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, help. It takes time. It's hard. Hey, if I could do it, you could do it.
It means more though.
And it means a lot to me because the same people I try to share that with is the same people that I've been out here in the street with. Come on, pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Come on, I'll help you. But I have respect. I have respect for myself, so I have to have respect for people like you guys. But I guarantee you, if you keep what you're doing, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's an everyday challenge to keep up to doing what you're doing. But you know what? It's okay. Because you are God's soldiers.
Well, I would tell them don't do drugs. That's my wife right there. I tell you, she went outside. We both got mixed up in drugs. Eventually, we became homeless. Now we're both in recovery, and we move into our own place this winter.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Yeah. But if I had one piece of advice, I would tell everybody, never, ever touch drugs.
Yes, to appreciate every day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there's a big misconception nowadays that, you know, people don't like to help homeless people because they, you know, as you said, they're on drugs. But the way I look at it is they don't have the same opportunities as us. And obviously, if you're put down to such an extent, you have to take something to get yourself out.
Yeah.
Could you speak a little bit about
how you got into drugs and just your situation, and so that people understand the story behind it and that they help you get out.
I had a lot of deaths back to back to back, and I just needed something to help me cope with it. When you don't have anybody to lean on,
Yeah, of course.
sometimes,
it gets hard.
yeah, sometimes you lean on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you lean on drugs, and of course that's not the answer.
Yeah, of course.
But it sure makes you feel better at the time. Take the pain away, right? And this, once you're homeless, people look down on you, not realizing I still have a job.
Yeah.
You know, I never quit my job. Even homeless, I still go to work.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people down here, they have mental health problems. So it's not their fault.
Yeah, it's not.
Now, if it's not your fault you're mentally ill. Nobody wants to be mentally ill.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of them down here.
Trying to spread a positive message and teach people that homelessness is a serious issue, and homeless people are still human,
Yep.
And just because you don't have a home doesn't mean that you shouldn't be treated well by everyone else. So.
See, and I think the misconception is people think we want to hand out, and we don't. We just want to hand up.
Yeah.
A hand to help pull us up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? A lot of us down here would die to go to work. If she found a job right now, I guarantee you she would start tonight. You know what I mean? You know, but it's hard because a lot of us are without identification.
Yeah, of course.
Without a phone. So it's going to be hard to do a job application without a phone.
Yeah, of course.
But that's what the average people don't understand.
In my place, because you could lose your job. Everything could fall out from you.
Exactly.
How will you know what was going on? But things can happen that way. Because the minute you come to the job, the man tell you, said, hey, the company's been sold. You ain't got no job. What you gonna do? Or the man got homelessness, He said, well, how am I gonna keep all this money I done spent on this house, more than your salary like that? Come on. Living way beyond your means. And all of a sudden, the rug pulled from under you.
Yeah, but like I said, everybody's stereotyped. They think that just because you're out there, it was your fault somehow. When a lot of times it's not the case.
Professional doesn't have hours. Did you see the KPMG people here today? Saturday. That's part of their job, to come and to interact with you folks. And I have a deep respect for them for coming out, and they did a super job. I was so impressed with that lady, who made a presentation. She's a freshman, and her presentation skills are just super. So another very good example, okay? I just want to thank all of you. You conducted yourself so well, like a bunch of professionals, and I respect you so much. I'm so proud of you representing Penn State today. I love you all very, very much indeed. Thank you so much. Wonderful bunch of people. Thank you. Thank you. You don't have to clap, it's not me. And I mean it ever so sincerely.
Hey man, how'd you like the trip?
Oh, what a day. Great trip to Philly. Got to see some really unique people with some good stories. Really appreciated our help and got to see the KPMG office. Thanks to the folks over at KPMG for showing us their office in Philly. That was a good time. Yeah.
So how would you say that homeless influenced you today?
The homeless, they were just really appreciative of any little attention they got, and glad that it was a generous gift from us, from students who really meant it. So
definitely opened my eyes a little bit more to the situation, not just in Philly, but all over the country, all over the world. something I learned is, there's a lot of misconceptions about homelessness. A lot of the people we talked to were very nice and caring and thankful, and a lot of them were actually intelligent people. So I think there was a lot to be learned, and it was a great experience through and out.